let's go here, and it's time to talk about Jujutsu Kaisen. And with this episode, we're getting some huge reveals. Finally, feels like we're getting some information, something after everything that happened. All of the insane hype and action in Shibuya. While it was great, I have a multitude of questions, and even more after this episode. But it feels like we're getting something important here, and very huge, and has major implications, especially for Yuji, Fake Geto, Choso, and of course all that is about to happen in Shibuya here. But let's get into the episode and talk about it. Now, I have to say, like, it feels like Shibuya just a war zone would be an understatement. Even after everything that happened, we had all of the individual fights. Then we had the meteor. We even see it again here in this episode from Jogo. Then we had the fight between them, Jogo and Sukuna. Then we had Sukuna versus Mahogara. Everything else, and even more in this episode, they made somehow an even bigger also. I don't know how they're going to explain Shibuya to the general public, but it's a war zone, like obliterated everything that's happening there. Now, the curious thing is gonna be in the future. Even this, I'm really excited for next week's episode. We're probably not gonna get it, maybe in season 3, to see the aftermath of what it means here, because the conversation between Panda and Kusakabe. Then we get confirmation they survived the meteor. Still no confirmation about Maki yet. Then Kusakabe saying he had enough, and now with Gojo out of the picture, even he is pro executing Yuji. You guys remember how the series started with all of them, especially the higher ups, wanted to execute Yuji. How many people died and how many people could have been saved if they killed him? I don't want Yuji dead, don't get me wrong, but still, considering everything that happened, and I can sort of see it from that perspective, like killing Yuji not to have Sukuna as a problem here. So that's going to be interesting, even more with Gojo out of the picture. But also one of the most coward characters in the series so far, even though I really like her, she's really hot, but I don't know how she got out of it. Like, she was, a few episodes ago, she was supposed to fight Geto, right? I'm talking about Mei Mei. Now, she used the Uyui's technique for them to leave the country, and we even see them here in bed, implying they did something, but I'm not sure they did anything there, even though it's very weird considering their brother and sister. Hey, Jujutsu incest, right? But coward, absolute coward, Mei Mei. She literally sold everything and she moved out of the country. She left there. Like, I get it's gonna go to shit, Japan probably moving forward, but you're not even gonna stay and fight even more after everything that happened. So yeah, Mei Mei, kind of a waste of character right now. Everything the build up with her, how fun she was, how hot she was, then to see that she ran away. I'm disappointed, Mei Mei there. But I don't know, maybe we're gonna see her in the future, maybe not. But let me know in the comments below what you guys think of Mei Mei. Now, the start of this episode has to go to Choso, with him thinking of Yuji, who is Yuji, who also is Choso, kind of questioning everything about himself, about his connection to Yuji. And here we see it pick up from last episode with Fake Geto started talking about his power with Yuji, and even attacking him using that maximum Uzumaki technique, and Mahito tried to go after Fake Geto, and here I think Mahito got turned into Rasengan. That's the first thing I got, just the whirlpool being absorbed there by the Uzumaki technique. And Yuji, I know how much blood he can handle losing. He was bleeding way too much, even with everything that happened, his fight with Mahito, his fight with Choso, then right now Fake Geto, even more attacking him right here. I know the wounds were stopped a bit, but he took way too much damage. Now, this maximum Uzumaki technique, or Rasengan, is able to also extract the techniques of the curses that it absorbed. And Mahito kind of feels like a rice ball right now. He gets eaten by fake Geto. So does that mean fake Geto has Mahito's idol transfiguration right now technique and all of the energy? Which I'm not gonna lie, I like what fake Geto did. I'm tired of Mahito. Hopefully we're gonna not see him again. No more Mahito, please. Enough is enough. But also I feel a bit robbed. I kind of wanted Yuji to be the one to do it, like to kill him, be the one to land the final blow there, get that satisfaction there, that revenge, everything that Mahito did to Yuji, how many times he has escaped. But also, on the other hand, I kind of like it that Fei Geto feels like a villain right now, even more. Except just being the guy behind the guy, behind the guy, behind the guy, manipulating everybody. Right now, he kind of took the forefront a bit, and I like that quite a lot, even more after the reveals with this episode. Now, also, more characters. We have all of them coming in. Nishimiya, Kamo, well, one of the Kamos we're gonna talk about that. Mei, all of them started attacking Geto. Even Miva, pouring everything she has into that sword strike, saying even if I don't use my sword again, so that feels like a vow. So yeah, that kind of sucks because we have a Aizen moment, unfortunately. Fake Geto just stops her sword with one hand and even breaks it. If you guys remember Bleach, Aizen one finger there against Ichigo, of course, which makes me think, how strong is this fake Geto guy? Because we finally get to see him more seriously in this episode. Even starts attacking with the Uzumaki technique, combining more cursed spirit, everything. Makes another huge hole in Shibuya. Rip Shibuya again. But thankfully we have Kusakabe and Yutahime coming in and saving them at the last second. Now, here is where we have the biggest reveal in the entire episode with huge implications. Now, Choso starts talking to himself, thinking he has three parents. His mother, the spirit that got his mother cursed, and another that manipulated everything and blended his own blood together. And he knows who the fake Geto is and says Noritoshi Kamo, the most evil sorcerer in history. And we finally see a bit of an old guy there, related, part of the Kamo family. That's why I said one of the Kamos here should be around 150 years old. But this guy says that's just one of his names. So he's not probably the original Kamo. Kamo was probably just another body he used along the time. But I'm curious, was Kamo evil from the start? And then fake Geto brain guy just used him, or was it the one that made him the most evil sorcerer in history here? And this is where we have Choso getting very angry, about to attack, and then I didn't expect Uraume to be this strong, because he steps in and stops them like quite easily. And here we get even more an interesting reveal after this, connected to the first one from Choso, another one from him saying he can sense his brother. If you guys remember in season 1, the last fights between the paintings that we have there, when Yuji and Nobara killed two of them, he felt when they died. And he says he also felt during his fight with Yuji his death. So Yuji is his brother by blood. So what does this mean? Is fake Geto Yuji's father, mother, uncle, great-great-grandfather, or something along those lines? Was he in one of his relatives' families there? So yeah, that's gonna be even more complicated and convoluted here, because keep in mind, we are in season 2, we also had a movie, and we basically have no idea who Yuji is. Like, we know he can resist Sukuna, we know he has super strength even before he knew anything about curse energy. This could explain some things, but we don't know anything about his parents, his history. Only his grandfather at the start of season 1. So this is huge that we've gotten here. And Kamo, or fake Geto Kamo could be a parent of Yuji here. Now, like I said before, we can process that. We have Choso going on the attack, attacking Uraume, but gets stopped quite easily. After that, he switches targets, goes after fake Geto Kamo. I don't even know what to call them at this point. And the fighting, just insane. I love the fighting here. Again, props to the animation, animators, considering all of the working conditions, everything that's happening at Mappa. I hope things improved, but I don't know. Now, back with the episode, fake Geto was pretty much in control of the entire fight, even though Choso was more than putting up a good fight there. The way he was using his blood manipulation, even cutting things, the way he did that reverse palm technique behind his back there to be able to attack. I don't nice one, Choso. So this is why he's the MVP of this episode. The fighting going back and forth a bit, but what I really liked is his determination, saying, even though when Geto was antagonizing him, say, hey, aren't you tired, haven't you done enough, fight, and so on. Doesn't matter if I'm tired. Shouldn't a brother fight to the death for his brother, referring to Yuji? So Choso and Aoi. I like the comment from Panda, hey Yuji, do you send out some pheromones? I don't know, everybody sees him as a brother there, and all of them try to attack and get the seal back with Gojo, try to go after fake Geto. And here is where I was even more surprised by Uraume. I didn't expect him to be this strong. He has ice powers, ice technique, and very high quality powers here. He freezes all of them. He can also use reverse curse technique to heal his hand where it got pierced by Choso. So how is this guy serving under Sukuna? Because right now I could kind of see them as rivals a bit. I'm really curious. Hopefully in the future we're gonna get some flashbacks or something between them. What's the connection between Uraume and Sukuna? How did Sukuna get to be this strong? Why is Uraume working for him? But Uraume is probably one of the strongest characters we have seen so far in the series. Before he could kill all of them, Yuji comes in and saves them. Uraume kind of made a mistake here. He didn't know which one was in control of the body, so he didn't fully frozen Yuji there. He was free a bit. And then have the cute moment with Choso. Call me brother, Yuji. I need you to call me that. But Uraume has had enough, just wants to kill all of them except Yuji. Even though he went after Yuji, maybe wound him more than enough. But just to leave one of them as a messenger. At the last second, Yuji gets saved by Yuki. Yuki, the master of Todo, the one that she taught him, and has one question for fake Geto. What type of woman do you like? She finally wants an answer to that question. And amazing episode, but we also have one more left next week until the final one. And I have a ton of questions. But after the roller coaster that Shibuya arc has been, all of the fighting, the deaths, just the back and forth, the non-stop action, fully believe this is a much better season binged. Like, everybody's gonna enjoy this one binged even more. Probably gonna rewatch it after we're done here. But I'm very excited for the last episode. Also for season 3 when that's gonna come. We're gonna talk more about the series next week. But what's going on with this connection? Fake Brain, Geto, Noritoshi, most evil sorcerer in the world here. Choso, actually blood related to Yuji. So huge insane reveals. But yeah, we're gonna see next week where this leads. But as always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. So also keep an eye on the channel. My yearly top 10 video, year in review video, it's gonna come out pretty soon. Make sure you don't miss that one out. So Jujutsu Kaisen and anime, I'm gonna see you again on the next one. Bye bye.